Hi everyone, this is Abby. She's 9 years old and she's been patching since she was 3 or about 4 years old. And she's in the process of weaning from patching and down to 1 hour a day and soon to be less. So before she's done and while we have the supplies, we wanted to show you what she currently uses. We used to use those Next Care boxes of patches that were about $9 to $11 depending on where you went to buy them, $9 to $11 per box of about 25 or so. Or maybe there was less in the box. I can't remember, about 20 in the box. And it would not get us through a whole month. And every time Abby cried or took off the patch, it was just so ruined and her poor skin was irritated, so we had to find another option, and cloth patches weren't an option for us because our eye doctor recommended sticky patches that covered her entire eye. So this is where we were. With expensive boxes of patches and no other alternative, and then we discovered one of our own. For the first while we used these luxury oval cotton pads, the very large ones. They fit over her eye like so, and we would use the flat smooth side over her eye, and the fuzzy side that looks like a cotton ball would be towards us, and we would just tape it onto her eye. It was all right, but her glasses didn't sit well on her face, and when she did cry, sometimes it would get a little bit pulled up here, so it was just a little bit irritating, and I was worried that the fuzzy fibers on her eye would be irritating to her eye. So we decided that we would keep looking for another option. Recently we discovered these would be the same thing, but just different sizes. Either the small non-stick pads, they're very absorbent, but they're like a plasticky material on top, so they are not, there's nothing to poke into her eye. They're just like a Band-Aid until they get wet, and then they absorb from the inside, and they stay dry on the outside. This is, 1 second, sweetie. This is what we use now. You can get them in generic brand, you can get them in Band-Aid brand, and we use paper tape. Any sensitive skin or breathable, paper tape with them. So you say what you want to say, Abby, and then we'll show them how to put it on.
We recommend the small brand, like the small non-stick pads for younger kids or kids with smaller eyes. And well, if you really don't want to prepare one every day and then stick it on your kid's eye, but you want homemade like we do, then you can always prepare your patch once you get it off, and
you put more tape on for the next day.
Yeah, more tape on for the next day.
And so we've prepared some patches, literally just 4 strips of tape. This is the oval kind. Yeah, with the paper tape. This is the oval kind that we have previously used. We'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, I don't like it even.
This is the fuzzy side, and this is the smooth side, and we tape it on like so.
It feels itchy, the smooth side sometimes even.
Yeah, sometimes it was itchy, but it was cheap. These are the most, this is probably the cheapest option.
Sit while they sink.
Yeah, this is a good option when you have to patch due to an eye turn. But
or something else.
Yeah, or well, I wouldn't suggest it for anyone with an infection. They have their own, they probably need special patches.
You just peel it off like I am.
And the good news is when you cry, these ones don't get as irritated because the paper tape does not stick when you're crying. The Next Care patches in the box that we found that they were very hard to remove. They stuck too well sometimes, and when you cried, then you were much more irritated, and they didn't have anywhere to absorb the tears.
Well, let me tell you that even the adult sizes were pretty small. We definitely do not recommend those, and these are what we're using right now. Sometimes it gets on my nose or eyes, and it's irritating.
I think Abby sometimes has trouble putting them on herself.
I already put mine on for today, though.
Yeah. The good news is if you have enough paper tape around it, it doesn't so much matter if you're perfect. The paper tape will fold around where it needs to fold and stick where it needs to stick.
And stuff I use right now, my glasses don't sink as often.
They don't slide around as much. And even Abby could probably do with, only out because Mommy just ripped it really fast.
Yeah.
You could probably do with the smaller one.
Yeah, but it's really tiny for my eyes.
Yeah, yeah. So that is how we've saved money. And do you have any encouragement for kids who are patching long term like you?
Well, people usually ask me about my patch if I'm in public, and I want to tell you that if kids are asking like you do, like for example, what's that, or what do you use it for,
Or what happened to your eye?
Yeah, that's usually the main one. I just can't remember. And I say it's just a patch. It's an eye turn. I'll end it. Bye.